Alright guys, today I'm going to be reviewing my battle in round 2 of the Break Bronze Forever tournament right now. So my opponent right here is Goofy, and I'm going to this battle knowing that they have a somewhat decent team, so I'm expecting someone who, knows what they're doing. This is actually my first ever time, doing competitive Pokemon, so don't, harass me in the comments, because I really just don't know what I'm doing. I think I played this pretty well, though. And if you guys want more Break Bonds feel free to more Break Bonds content. Feel free to let me know. Anyway, let's get right into the match. So I go in and I accept his request. Obviously, that's how you fucking start a battle. Because it's busy, so I click it again, and then bam, we're starting the battle now. So now you debate. You see me first off, strategically debating whether I keep chat open or not. I could say keep it open, like he's not doing it on Discord. So first things first, we see his team. I already guessed as much about this team, but the Jolteon has a Life Orb. This is a Mega Alakazam. This Lando is probably Scarfed, and this Pokemon is definitely going to be his lead. And so you'll see me debating here, okay, is he going to lead with this one or this one? Definitely this one. So I'm like, do I lead with Lando? Maybe go for the EQ? Do I go with Gallade? You see me settle on Gallade. That's the person I start with. I'm very nervous throughout most of this fight, by the way, because I'm just I've never done a big run tournament, so I don't know what all to expect. I'm thinking of making good plays. Also, I'm in a Discord call. That's why everything is muted, because I don't want to hear myself talking to myself, and the shit that's going on in that call is actually repulsive. So you'll see, I was right about my prediction. I guess he was gonna send in his Ferrothorn, and so I'm like, all right, there's a good chance he swaps out here. But I'm going to go with the close combat anyway. And reason being is because even if he does, there's nothing on his team where a close combat won't still do crazy damage. And if he keeps the Ferrothorn in, then I get it out of the way. And because Ferrothorn is a huge pain. So I felt close combat was definitely the safest option for me to go for here. The Mega Cutscene, yada yada yada. And then he does not end up switching. So I'm like, yep, it's a W prediction, and he gets killed. And of course, I get hurt by Iron Barbs, but it does nothing. So now I'm like, okay, that was pretty smart. I'm proud of myself for that. And then now, chances are, well, actually, I'm not predicting anything at this point in the game, but I'm just gonna well, he's gonna send something probably. And he sends in his Alakazam, and I'm like, okay, I could Shadow Sneak, but at the same time, fuck no, because that's just not going to do enough damage. Even though Alakazam has, no defense or HP, Shadow Sneak will do, half itself at best. So I'm like, alright, we need to swap in probably Skarmory. That's my best. Because I'm thinking Alakazam, 100%, you go with Psychic here. Get the same type of attack bonus, plus it'll probably be super effective on Gallade. I don't know if me also being Psychic will resist that or not, but fighting is weak to Psychic, so I decided to send up Skarmory because he will definitely be able to tank that very well. And then, yep, as I predicted, it was a Mega Alakazam. Okay, when I say I saw his team, I mean I look at the video he sent for 4 seconds, and it was just a team preview. And then bam. I was able to tank that. It actually still did a lot of damage though. So I was like, yeah, grimacing emoji. I'm like, yeah, we just get rocks out, because unless he has Focus Blast, he can't one-shot me. And then yeah, I get the rocks for free here because he swaps in the Volcanion. And I'm like, oh hell yeah. Makes my life easier. So now I'm like, well, we swap in the Rotom. I'm thinking that's my best bet here, because I can go for Volt Switch, get the chip, and then sub in Lando probably. And then yeah, he's a Flamethrower. I wanted to use counter, but then I'm like, pretty sure Volcanion's only a special attack, so counter won't do shit. So now I'm like, yeah, we go for the Volt Switch here, because chances are he won't swap. And even then, if he swaps into Lando, I just Hydro Pump, because he probably won't be able to one-shot me. And he's just Solar Beam. Like, oh, okay, well, I know what I'll do after the Volt Switch. So I Volt Switch, and I say I do crazy damage. Look at that. And then for Solar Beam, you see, yeah, I actually debate a little bit here, but now I'm like, we just go to Skarmory, because all I need to do is tank that, and then I can swap Rotom back in. And then at this point, I actually Google if Solar Beam Special is like a special move or not. And I mean, I know it is. I just really want to get counter off, because getting a nice counter off is just so good. But yeah, so the Volcanion uses Solar Beam, and I go for Roost just to get my health back, because yeah, it does fucking nothing. And then so anyway, so now I'm like, oh, he asked me if I was recording, which I am. I'm like, do I go for taunt? And then I like, wait, that just won't fucking do anything. And so there's nothing else I can really do for Skyrim right here. And so I'm like, well, let's go to Rotom, because worst case scenario, he swaps to Landorus, and nothing happens. And then he uses Flamethrower again, so I'm like, yep, good play. So now I'm just like, let's go for the Will-O-Wisp, because he's probably going to swap here, considering this is exactly what happened last time. The last time Skyrim was in, he used Flamethrower, I swapped to Rotom, so he's like, alright, this guy is probably going to use Volt Switch, so he's going to swap to Landorus, because Ground just completely nullifies Electric. So I'm like, Will-O-Wisp is probably my best bet here, and then no matter who he subbed into, Will-O-Wisp will definitely hit, unless it's another Fire type, which they don't have another Fire type. And then bam, that sent out the Landorus. I'm like, yep, that Intimidate won't do nothing. And then I get a Humble Burn Off, which is great because Landorus is a physically offensive Pokemon. So the Will-O-Wisp will completely nullify that. And then I'm like, yeah, probably just Hydro Pump here. Use Earthquake for some reason. I don't know why, considering it's a Rotom. And then, unfortunately, the Hydro Pump misses. I'm like, oh man, that fucking sucks. And so now I'm like, alright, well, we're just gonna do it again. Because no matter what, whoever he subs into, if he swaps Volcanion back out, that'll still be like a nice chip. And then if he keeps Landorus in, that'll probably one-shot, because it's super effective. Plus same type of attack bonus. And then he sure is taking his fucking time with this one. Yeah, here we are. And then he subs Alakazam back in. Yeah, he traces Levitate, it's fine. So yeah, we use Hydro Pump. And then yeah, look at that damage. That wasn't even like super effective or nothing. And then so at this point I'm like, yeah, probably just Volt Switch. I'll finish him off and then I can get like Organical in or something. And then this is probably the first misplay. I probably should have just gone for Hydro Pump again. Because he subs Landorus in here and I'm like, ah, fuck, waste of a move. Because I can't Volt Switch because Ground resists Electric. So that's a little unfortunate, but who cares really, because I can just Hydro Pump again, and chances are the Hydro Pump will succeed this time. He was Rock Slide, and I got a little scared because I'm like, ooh, that could do a lot of damage, and it did nothing. And then bam, the Hydro Pump one-shots. I'm like, alright, so this battle's going great. None of my Pokemon are dead. I about have his team dead. We're doing great, honestly. I think he takes a little bit this one as well. There we go. He sends Volcanion in. I'm like, well, yeah, we just Volt Switch out. Like, I don't know why he was trying to use Steam Eruption, because it's Launch Rotom, but it's whatever. So now I'm like, alright, well, since I'm going to be swapping whatever I have in first, let's go Garganacl. Let's put up my wall. Garganacl's a beast, bro. I've been sleeping on him. I feel like a lot of people have been sleeping on him. My friend, like, used Garganacl against me in Showdown, and he, like, cleaned up my entire fucking team with Salt Cure, bro. It was crazy. So now I'm like, alright, well, we definitely just get the Salt Cure off here. I actually debate a bit here, like, do I go for Protect maybe? Move, like, just kind of stall, see what happens. I'm like, this Weavile, he might get a Swords Dance off and start sweeping my entire team. He uses Triple Axle, and I don't know what the fuck happens here. Because he takes a massive amount of damage and regains it, and then the move happens. So I don't know. Break Bronze uses to fix their damage calculator or whatever. Anyway, yeah. And I'm like, ooh, Stalker super effective. How convenient. This is Alakazam again. I'm like, well, we definitely just Stalker again. They're like, there's he protects. I don't know what he's trying to do with the protect. But, I mean, he just, like, kind of stalls out a turn. Like, I don't know what else, whatever the move I'd use on Garganical. So I Salt Cure again. Use a Shadow Ball, and then I actually get scared here because I'm like, ooh, Shadow Ball. That might do a lot of damage, and it does fucking nothing because I forgot Garganical's crazy with special defense. Since that was last Pokemon Jolteon. And then here's another misplay I make. I go for the Protect as well because I'm like, well, this Jolteon's probably Life Orbed. So I wanted to get that like Life Orb damage chip in. But I forgot that Life Orb only takes damage away once like you actually hit, once like a move is actually hit. And so that was a waste of a turn, but oh well. I had the right headspace. I was in the right headspace. So anyway, at this point I'm like, alright, well, we just Salt Cured. He allows speed, but no matter what he does, Garganical will probably tank it. And I got scared because that HP went down fast, but you know, we tank that. So Salt Cure brings him down to half HP. And then the Salt Cure, like the extra damage, brings him down there, so I just Protect. Let him take Salt Cure damage. And then I'm like, well, no matter what's gonna happen, he's not gonna kill Garganical here. At this point, I don't know why I didn't swap to like Glade or maybe Landorus. That's probably the best. Landorus is probably the best play here, but it doesn't really matter because I'm definitely gonna win. There's no way Jolteon can make a comeback from this. So yeah, anyway, Garganical dies here, but with the Life Orb he takes damage, and then the Salt Cure ends up finishing him off. And then that's how I win my first battle, but second round. So yeah, again, thank you guys if you watched this far. Let me know if there's anything I can do to improve, and let me know if you want more Break Bonds content like this. I could do story mode content, I could do more PvP content, I could do tutorials, like a lot of things could happen, man. But anyway, so that'll be in this video. See ya.